Okay, why? Why 2 years later am I still doing the 12-week year? Because it works. So, spring session of the 12-week year. First of all, 12-week year is a book, and it is an accountability group. So 2 years ago, I was like, you know what? My friend VJ had said to me, I think you'd be good at this. You should try it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm getting close to retirement. I am absolutely going to try it because I want my friends to get their stuff done. And you know, like, that's the fun. Like, let's get some stuff done. And so we tried it, and we did it again and again and again. And now we have 4 groups. And the stories are real. So it doesn't sound like it's a lot, but, you know, sometimes just checking in with somebody on what you're doing makes you feel like doing it again. So the 12-week year is a book, and it is a book that teaches a very specific practice. And the specific practice, number one, the number one thing that makes people successful at that is they make only 3 goals. So that's the max. You can only work on 3 projects during that 84 days. Now you have other stuff to do, you have life and whatever, but you're gonna go, yep, top of head, I'm gonna work on three areas of my life max. And sometimes people just pick 1. So, and 1 is still the right answer for a lot of us. So if you've got a writing project or something like that, just do 1. The number 2 thing that is how everyone succeeds is they get a hold of their calendar and they give themselves a 3-hour block of time, 1 time a week. And that 3-hour block of time is only for your goals. So you can live the rest of your life the way that you're normally doing it, but that 3-hour block is where you're going to head in and really get that work done. Now, this is a spring session, and the spring session is my favorite. This is also why I look a little dirty and crummy right now, is because I was working on what my spring goal is, and that is my yard and the garden. And so this is my 3rd season of really actively working on my garden. So it's just for this 84 days. Like, do I care for it during the other time? Sure, but this is when I do that deeper dive. So everyone that does the spring version, this is why I'm inviting you, is because it is the time to do active types of goals. So if you have a fitness goal, if you have a move out goal, if you have things that actually need physical strength to do, this is that session. So every season we are in the mood to do different stuff. And in the spring, everyone wants to be outside, they want to do stuff. Okay, great. Pick those goals. So this is your invite. It's $10 a week. I ain't going to get rich off of it, and you're not going to get poor off of it. But you will find there's people from all over the country. We are in Central Time Zone, and you will, first of all, anybody can do anything for 84 days. So like if you are looking at meal prep, at weight loss, at exercise goals, at movement, at cleaning out all your garage, if you're looking for things that require you to be physical, this is the natural session to take. So join us. There is sign-up sheets. You can just put a note in here and I'll send you the thing. We have a 9 a.m. Central, we have an 11 a.m. Central, and those are open to everyone. So we would love to see you. It's $10 a week. We're together for 12 weeks. So you buy 1 ticket, you're paid for the whole season. And the other thing about the 12-week year, that when you see other people who have done it for 3, 4, 5, 7 times in a row, what do they all have in common? They all have a lot of their stuff done. So you aren't going to pick the same goals every time. Sometimes I'm not in the mood to work on that. That's why you do it over and over again, so that you go, yeah, I'm ready to tackle this thing. So, the first year that I did it, I got my book published. I got my speaking engagements done. I did all this other stuff. And then the second year and the third year, you just start to kind of go, here are my goals. The other thing that spring is really great for is financial goals. So if you have been avoiding your finances, spring is a good time to just get some air and get on those goals. So if you haven't planned your retirement, if you haven't really looked at your budgets, this is a good season to do that. In those sessions of what do people all have in common is they learn to keep a promise to themselves. And accountability, once you learn how to do it, isn't a punishment. Accountability is actually a really powerful tool for you to keep a promise to yourself that you are going to follow through on the things that you say you're going to do. And that is one of the things that most people don't do a very good job on. So come learn with other people. And there's people at every level. There's always new people. There's always senior people. Everybody knows that all the things that you are going through, they are going through too. And when you're in group with 10 or 12 other people, they all have great ideas. And you get to hear their story. And you get to make friends with people that aren't in your normal group. So you get new friends, you get new experiences, you get new skills, and you get to keep promises to yourself. Plus, I get to see you. So that's my hope. Please join us in the 12-week year because it's a big deal and you're a big deal. And I like watching you be a big deal. All right. Bye.